Hello, beautiful, wonderful, majestic souls. My name is Dans. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements. Let's get into it. Let's see what your guides want to have a yap about today. Let's see what they want to talk about, what they want to bring to your attention, anything that they can see that you can't, or they want to bring your focus to. Universe, please, insight and information. What would you like to bring to the focus of this beautiful collective today? Think. 4 cards coming out. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse. We have the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords been coming up a lot recently. 6 of Cups, Page of Swords. Okay. Immediately, I'm splitting apart the energy. We have 2 main areas that your guides would like to have a look at. We have the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. There seems to be absolutely no movement when it comes to a particular relationship in your life. Something that was really, really good turned bad. I have to stop myself from laughing because this energy has been coming through so much. And now it's like making its way to the forefront. Front and center of the reading. That's fine. I guess I have had a pretty good run of the you growth readings, which I love. And I've been waiting for this energy to move its way to the front. And yeah, I felt it coming, and here it is. It feels like there was a really, really good thing, a really, really good friendship, a situation. Maybe it was something romantic or something that could have led to something romantic. Something really, really good turned very, very bad. And now there is just zero communication there. That's one theme that we want to look at. And then we have this other thing on the other side, which could be, I think for a lot of you, it's going to be entirely related. It's someone that you are connected to in like a nostalgic way. There is a lack of communication there as well. So this could be 2 separate people, or it could be the same situation. As I tap into this, my mind just hit a wall. It's either you or the person you're connecting to. This is their energy where it feels like a dissociation that happens because they don't want to think about it. So some of you might be thinking oh, what's the other person thinking? They're not. And it's not in a bad way. They're not trying to be uncaring. I think that this is like all dissociation. It is a coping mechanism that our brain, our mind goes into to protect ourselves. It's not a conscious thing that we do. It's a trauma response. And this person who is not feeling, but something is happening within them that is causing them to dissociate when it comes to this connection, when it comes to this situation. That's what it feels like, which is difficult for me to try and give you a reading on when their energy is hitting a wall. But let's see what the cards have to say. So let's first and foremost, let's understand what happened here. Let's understand the good thing gone bad. Can I please get some context, some information on this 9 of Cups in reverse energy? There was some very, very bad communication that happened here. It seems like some kind of situation went down and the communication was not. 7 of Swords, Ace of Cups. Communication was not good. Communication that it did not translate well. It did not go well. It became combative, defensive, offensive in every way. And then attempts to reconcile were it felt like a drop in the ocean. It was just so insignificant. And I felt that if you were the person to make that offering, that's what that felt like this is just making no impact whatsoever. Followed by the Queen of Swords. Yeah. This could have been you that like needed to disconnect. It could be the other person that's like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Okay. So we understand the situation. Something really, really amazing just blew up with some really poor communication. And then one person was like, I'm not doing this. I'm absolutely setting a boundary here. This is not something that I am going to deal with. I'm not going to deal with this. Whatever happened here, it went too far for one party to deal with. And if this was you, good. Stand your ground. Don't tolerate BS. It's not to say that it's like an easy thing to do, especially if it's such a good thing, especially for those people, if this is connected to something nostalgic for you, that is difficult. It's definitely the last resort. You definitely need to be pushed over the line to do something like that. Let's get into this Two of Swords energy. What I want to look at is the impact of this Two of Swords. Okay, so we have two energies coming up on either side. So one of these could be your energy and the other person's energy. So we have the Eight of Cups. That's also been coming up in readings. When I tell you how thoroughly I shuffle this deck, I'm like shuffling so much. So the fact that these cards keep coming out, yeah, the situation hasn't shifted. So for one of you, you're like, that's in the past. It's done. It was good and now it's gone. I say this and it's sad. It's really sad. But my head is starting to go numb on it, you know? So there's definitely a dissociation with that energy. It was good and now it's gone. On the other side, we have the Seven of Cups, which is like, we notice here it's very like Aladdin, genie rubbing the lamp situation. One of you is like, but what if I did this? But what if I did that? Like thinking about the different situations in which this connection doesn't have to be completely disconnected forever. So one of you is like ready to detach and just leave this in the past, and the other person's like, but what if we didn't have to? That's the energies around that. I'm just looking to pull more cards on this situation. Okay. We have the Three of Cups. All right, I want to get some more context on that Three of Cups. Page of Wands. The Devil. Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? Like, why do I keep quoting you these songs that are so classic? Classic is what I'm going to say. It's all good and gravy until the Devil card comes out, okay? So we have the Three of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. It's like, yeah, beautiful intention, energy, fire. It's going to bring everything back together, only for it to become toxic again. This is a toxic cycle that you're in. So if you're in this situation, I'll bet it's not the first time. You might even be that Queen of Swords energy that's like, oh, nah, we're not doing this. Queen of Swords is not about to get stuck in cycles. Okay. Whether you're that person that's like ready to leave it behind, or that person that's like, oh, but what if I just came differently this time? It's a lot of history repeating going on in this situation. I'm not willing to pull more cards on it because one of your energies is just like numb. So it's not a super comfortable feeling for me in particular to be in, because I'm the kind of reader that I feel things very emotionally. So I'll connect to the energy and how it's feeling before I get details on the situation. And I'm a Pisces, okay? I feel everything. And that is like, it's my first and dominant sense is like how I feel in my body. So me connecting to an energy that is like so numb, especially in the mind, to the point where I can't, like, it almost feels like it translates to everything else and I can't feel anything. Like I can't feel my heartbeat. I can't feel the breath entering my body. Like I can't, and it like numbs my brain as well. I can tell it's a very dissociated, very disconnected energy. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm not saying one is better than the other. People deal with the things the way they deal with things. I have my fair share of dissociation, all right? So, you know, that time has to be spent. I'm just not comfortable in it. So all your guides want to say is like, we just see this here is a cycle that just needs to be brought to the front of your mind when thinking about the situation. It's just cycling around. So maybe you should sit on that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into the Six of Cups, Page of Swords energy. For some of the people here, your a raven or a crow might be a significant omen or symbol for you. Let's have a look first and foremost at the Six of Cups energy in particular. Universe, please, insight and information. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. This is such a bittersweet thing. It's like this history, this nostalgia, it brings so much joy and so much pain at the same time. And I think it feels like a trap to fall into, because it's a place where I want to say you're like, it's you who goes to this place. It could be the person you're connecting to, but it feels like your mind wants to go there and goes there like regularly, but like unintentionally, but like also intentionally. If you had your say, it wouldn't go there at all, because it's painful to think of what you lost. But I feel like some of your happiest memories are in this space. Oh, sorry. Like I said, I feel everything. Now that like I've stepped out of that really dissociated energy and I come into this, like it's really heartbreaking. It's very bittersweet. And when it's good, it feels so good. It feels like you get like the highest high and then it comes crashing down. I could understand if someone wanted to dissociate away from this. It's very overwhelming. All right. Any more in the Six of Cups energy? Okay. We have Temperance. Okay, sorry. Okay. It feels like either you are doing a lot to navigate this, or you're being asked to, but I feel like for the most part, a lot of you are trying to not let it overwhelm you. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, we're going to get through this reading. This is very intense. Whatever this is very, 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 very intense for whoever is experiencing it. It could be you. You could be feeling like a lot. Like it could be on your mind a lot. It's something that you like have a big intention to work through and like get under control. And the way to do that is to like embrace it. I feel like if you're trying to ignore it, it's only gonna like grow as part of like your shadow. Whoa. I'm so sorry. I felt like a sharp stab into my diaphragm. This is weird. This is very strange. Okay. I'm just gonna reset. We're just gonna reset, ladies and gentlemen. And gentle them. So we had the Temperance, Queen of Cups, and the Judgment come up here. There is definitely a need to clarify everything within this situation. And it feels very unclear. It swings wildly between like, I feel everything, and it is crushing, to like, I can't stand it anymore and I need to turn everything off. And within those two things, there's not enough time in between for the processing and understanding within that. And that's the big thing that needs to happen here. It's like the processing and understanding of the situation. It goes wildly between feeling everything, feeling nothing, feeling everything, feeling nothing. If you're the person going through this, I think that what would be really helpful in this is like clarification. That is the big thing. Maybe you need to have a conversation with someone. Maybe that is something that, as I continue to say that, my guides are tapping on my head. I think that that's going to help you understand. Oh my gosh, we had the Lovers popping out. No, sorry, the Tower. Tower popping out of the deck, like upright. Yeah, these cards got like wildly out of place. Yeah. Tower in reverse. The thing that is going to undo this is the opposite to what put you in this situation. If you feel like unclear communication got you into this situation, then clear communication is going to take you out of it. And this is not... I don't think that this is about you finding a reconciliation or finding some kind of reunion. I think it's about processing. I think it's really, really important for whatever the situation is that has you in general. Like, I feel like it could be an era of your life or like a particular situation or dynamic that kind of reflects something else in you. It feels like maybe there's a person or a situation that really triggers this in you. I'm not saying that this situation or this person, it's their fault. It's probably touching on something that was embedded in childhood, as all things do, but they definitely bring it to the surface. They are reflecting that to you in a way that you can't ignore. And you don't ignore it. You go wildly between feeling it so intensely to like having to turn it off, and then being like, I don't think this is right either, and then turning it on, or something bringing that back, and then off, and then off, on, off, on, off. That's what happens. And that process, I don't think is good for you, because we need to find the balance. We need to find that middle ground between holding an emotion but not identifying with it or letting it overwhelm you, but also understanding, like, how did we get here and why does this affect me in the way that it does? Clarification is needed here, and I think this is, let's just get, like I said before, clear communication is going to be the thing. We had the Queen of Cups and we had Temperance coming up. There is a lot of clarification through emotional communication, and emotional, like, productive, not negative. But let's see what's going to bring peace to this feeling here. 9 of Coins. You can't just be trying to look at, 9 of Coins in reverse. You can't just be trying to figure this out on your own. You didn't get into this situation on your own. You're not going to get out of it on your own, because this particular thing relates to how you communicate with other people and the impact that you have on them and the impact that they have on you. And you can try and figure that out in isolation, but there is no way to test that. So you might have been trying to do that in the past and figure out all these things in isolation, and then you go out into the world and you wonder why none of these things are working in practice. It's because everything that you are doing in isolation only works when you're running the simulation by yourself. I've taken on a weird language when I talk about that. I hope it's resonating with you. I usually talk like that. Okay. Page of Swords in reverse. I'm going to keep talking like this is you. Again, this could be the energy that you are connecting to. Universe, please, insight and information. I get some context on this Page of Swords, please. Thank you. We have the Hierophant. We have the Star. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay. Four of Cups. It's been coming up a lot. Okay. Let's start with this Page of Swords energy. Yeah, it's this resistance to communication. With the Four of Cups in reverse, the distractions don't work. That much is clear. We have the Hierophant and we have the Star. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be reacting to the things. That is wild. Okay. There is a wisdom that you are seeking to understand what is going on within you and how this relates to everything on a spiritual level, on a mental level, on a physiological level. There is a wisdom that you're seeking, and you seek it in a lot of different places. You might be the kind of person who's looking at different belief systems, philosophy, going to different mentors, teachers, practices for this wisdom to help you just not necessarily even be enlightened, but you just want to understand. And at the core, it's you want to understand what's going on within you. And the wisdom that you're seeking is it's existed right in front of you the whole time, but you just didn't think it was there. You just didn't assume that the place that triggered you would hold the wisdom that you're seeking. It's it's so wild. It's you're fixating on this point and you're trying to look for this wisdom around it to try and understand it. But the wisdom's in there. It's in it. The wisdom is in the situation, or the wisdom is being held by the person within this situation. It's with this star energy, right? It's you're looking at the star being I just want to understand it. I just want to know what this is. I want to understand me and my relationship to it. But I'm looking for the person who's got the answer. The star has the answer. No one else is going to be able to give you the answers because they aren't part of this situation. Okay. This is another weird reading that I don't really know how to sum up all together, because I feel it's one energy, but also a couple of different energies that are interacting with each other, but not interacting with each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sum up and bring us to some oracle cards and hope that whoever this reading is meant for has found it. And if this is your reading, well, I'm glad it found you, and I hope this has been helpful. So let's get into the oracle cards. We have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. You might feel confusion around how you're navigating things because you see the people around you navigating that in the same way. Sometimes, especially when it comes to interpersonal things, we think that our behaviors and our communication styles are like totally normal because that's how our parents communicate and they're doing great. Not always the case. Okay. There could be some attachment styles, communication styles that maybe worked for people around you and people that are a generation above you. But they could be something for you to adjust or to take a look at, or for you to just understand and then decide, yeah, okay, now I know that about me and I still think it's fine. But it gives me context for how that could not relate to someone else who grew up in a different environment. It just gives you a better layer of understanding. So if you decide, oh, I don't want to have relationships that work like this. I don't want to have them be, I don't want to exchange energy in the same way that I see demonstrated to me by people around me. That's your call to make, and then your pattern to break. Bars, girl. Bars. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. The awakened dead, resilience, nirvana, self-appreciation. What was I saying about the wisdom that you seek is in the place that you don't expect it to be, or that you don't, like it's not in the place that you're looking for it, but it's in the place that you're looking at. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. You're looking to wake up. You got to go into that place that you don't want to look. The wisdom that you seek is in the place you don't want to go. And that's why you can't get it. And that's why you're not finding it in the places that you are looking. So, I hope this found who it was meant for. And I hope it made sense to you. Be brave. Do the things you got to do. And while you do it, before you do it, after you do it, I'll be here to give you some company, clarification, maybe a little bit of comfort. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I've loved it, even though sometimes it's confusing. No, I've loved it. I'll see you in the next reading.